That's some music. Not what we're used to here. Where's that coming from? What's up, chat? Welcome, everybody. Hold on, I gotta figure out where this music is coming from. Okay, it's gone. What's going on, everyone? My name is Austin Hamilton, also known as the Porn Coach, the coach of porn, here to ask the important questions in life. At least one of them is porn cheating. Is it cheating to masturbate while watching strangers have sex? Well, you are in a committed, monogamous relationship. What do you think? Is porn cheating? So if you want to come on the chat, I'd love to talk to you. And here we go. Mr. or Mrs. Trump.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on? Is porn cheating?
Nope, it's not.
No, it's not. Okay, why is that?
Have you seen sculptures of men nude and artwork of people doing the dirty?
I have, yes. What does that have to do with anything?
So why is that different from watching?
Because that's not porn.
No, it is
No, it's not. That's art.
yeah, so how is porn not art?
Well, pornography is imagery usually depicting an organ or multiple organs of a person with the erotic intent to arouse. A statue is not created, generally speaking, with the erotic intent to arouse. Or differently put, the statue is not created for the purpose of when people are walking by and looking at it, they're supposed to stop, drop their pants, and start masturbating. That's not the intent. Do you do that when you see statues?
Yes, I do.
You do. Okay, got it. Okay,
Yeah.
well, that's interesting behavior for, it sounds like a grown man.
All right, I think I will leave Trump 2024.
Oh, man, I could spend all day talking to you. Go argue with Dean. Man, that might be a better fit for you. Hey there, what's going on?
Yo, I just beat my dick like it owes me money.
Did you win? Did you win? Dean Withers is live right now. He has how many people watching him right now? Like 20,000? That guy is insane. That guy's insane. All right, so here's the deal, chat. I believe, not asking you or anybody else to believe this, but I believe if you're in a committed monogamous relationship with another person, you say something like, I love you, only you, mind, body, and soul, till death do us part. I believe that that goes against the agreement in the relationship, assuming that there's an agreement, an expectation of monogamy, and therefore it'd be cheating. So, be happy to engage with you all in the chat if you want to come on. Hit the request button. Oh, I don't have my prompt up here, do I? There we go. There we go. Roy Garcia, what am I talking about today? I'm asking the question, is porn cheating? Dude's in a garage. I am in a garage. It's my studio. It's great in here. Got an air conditioner right in front of me. I knew I wasn't monogamous when I wanted to see my GF with a football team. That's interesting. That is very interesting. Why would you want to see that? Curious.
No,
Hey there, what's
porn
going
is
on?
not cheating. No, porn is not cheating. I watch
No.
porn all the fucking time. Porn is not cheating.
Got it.
Everybody watches porn. It's
Are you
normal.
18 or over?
I'm 19.
You're 19. Got it. How much porn do you watch? Like how
I
often?
watch it every day,
Every day?
every night,
Every night? Why do you do that?
every night. Because I like touching myself.
Because you like touching yourself. Got it. Got it. Is that funny to you?
No, it just feels good.
It just feels good. Got it. Okay. All right. Well, thanks for sharing.
Thank you, nigger.
Oh, our future people. Hey, what's going on? Hello, Mr. Garcia.
What's going on, bud?
Not much. How you doing?
Yes, sir.
Is porn
Just
cheating?
listening to you, brother. I think so.
You think
Anything
so?
that alternates your, yeah, anything that alternates your mindset, when you're with your wife, I believe that's interference with the commitment that you have with your wife. The porn, I believe, can cause a certain mindset on each and everybody's mind to think, even though you're with your wife or your girlfriend, which I don't believe in, sex before marriage, but when you're with your wife and you don't watch porn, you tend to have that vision or something sinks in. See, men are triggered by what we see. So if we're seeing pornography, if we're seeing porn, that eventually that'll take some kind of form in our thoughts and our minds, and we either act it out or wish we could act it out beyond our bedroom. So yes, I do think that porn is cheating.
Got it. Thanks for sharing, man. Have you ever watched porn?
Back in the days, when I was real young, yes sir.
Mm-hmm. But not anymore.
No sir.
Okay. When you don't have to call me sir, by the way. When did you have that realization that you were going to stop watching pornography?
When I came to Jesus Christ,
When you came to Jesus Christ. Okay. When did that happen?
I was maybe about 15, 16 years old.
Okay. Okay. Got it. And would you say your life is better, worse, or the same when you made that decision?
Oh man, it's better, way better.
It's better. Okay. Why is that?
Yes sir. What do you mean? Why is that?
Why is it better? In what ways is it better?
As in not seeing porn, as in with Jesus Christ.
You can answer it however you want to.
Well, because Jesus Christ gave me the answer to what I was looking for, my salvation, my eternal resting place. That He promised to give us eternal life after death. To know that I am redeemed from everything I've done, and the important aspect that not only visual that I was seeing, but that when I got married at 18, going on 19. It was a different mindset of devoting my love strictly to my wife. So I believe that that was a better decision for my marriage in the future from when I stopped seeing it, and that also helped me to grow it a little bit more closer, or a lot closer, with the relationship with Jesus Christ as well.
Got it. Cool, man. You got twins? Is that what I see in your picture?
Yeah, my grandkids.
Oh, those are grandkids. Wow. Way to go, man. That's cool. That's cool. What would you say to somebody who's in their teenage years who watches pornography? What would you say to somebody like that? And they don't think it's a problem?
Well, it's the world. The real. If you look at everything that we see on TV, man, sex sells. Any commercial, you got half-naked people on there, men and women. So the world is pushing that visual to get you to act a certain way. So and in the mindset of teenagers, we want to be accepted or at least be educated per se by what the world has to educate us on. What you don't hear back. I'm one of the Generation X. Uh, that I was raised that, hey, you try to stay away from sex before marriage. You try to establish a relationship with Jesus Christ, and of course, as myself and many young teenagers, we tend to kind of go and say, hey, well, let me try this out, let me check this out. But I believe that if we can come to understanding that it's better off to not following the steps of everybody else, but to be an individual, to be able to stand alone and say, hey, you know what? This is what I stand for. This is what I want. This is what, and it all depends on your upbringing. This is what my mom or my dad, uh, uh, taught me when I was growing up. I tell the story to a lot of people. It's just whatever your mom puts in your head as you're growing up, and you take that to heart. That's going to help you out to make the decisions that you have to make. I know that in some of the cases, there's a lot of teenagers out there that don't have both parents, either you're a single mom or a single dad, and sometimes the dad tries to push the manhood upon their son, and hey, go out there, have a good time, and then they'll throw, hey, here's a box of condoms, or whatever the case may be, and it kind of just pushes them to go and do that. But sometimes the teenagers lean to the porn side because we're not educated. It's a fun thing. We laugh about it when they try to explain it in schools or in youth groups or whatever the case may be, and we laugh about it, but not getting the education that we need. So when the world projects something to us and we look at it, we tend to grab and say, you know what, that's something I want to try out. Why? Because of lack of educating yourself, or lack of taking what your parents have taught you. Hey, you know what? If you do this before marriage, there's consequences. Consequences of unwanted pregnancy, consequences of diseases out there. So try to stay away from that. So I believe that watching porn leads you into the wrong directions, into the wrong direction where you're seeking that, sooner or later that becomes more of addiction and yourself that, hey, you can't go. I was listening to that young lady that came on earlier. She goes, every night, and all because I like touching myself. Uh, not to put any dirt on her and everything. We don't know the whole situation, but that's just it kind of, the body that was created was meant for somebody that's special, not to just, wasted a person, if you can say that word, wasted on just whoever comes up, or just having your expressions in your own bedroom by yourself. That's something beautiful that you should share with somebody that's going to be your life partner.
Yeah, man. All right. Well, thanks for sharing.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
You see, people, 16 years old. He decided porn wasn't for him. W's in the chat for the guests. Give me a follow if you guys don't follow me already. If you like my content, if you don't like my content, no problem. Follow me anyways. Come back and argue with the people in my comments sometime. Hey there, how's it going?
It's good. How are you?
I'm doing good, thanks. Is porn cheating?
In a sense, yes. I just wanted to touch base really on what the guy was saying before. Okay, because we can't really blame what our parents taught us growing up, because we have to take responsibility for what we do as we grow up. So whatever a parent shows you or tries to explain to you through education is one thing. If somebody's going to say that porn is okay, is a whole other issue. If you can understand what I'm saying.
So what do you think? Is porn cheating or not?
I think it is, okay, but I have like personal reasons as to believe why, okay? When you turn on the TV itself, I mean, now it's something maybe you could explain. Porn is cheating, yes. If you're going to watch porn, that's a whole other issue. But then what about all these shows? Every show, like the gentleman before me said, sex sells. You can turn on any series on Netflix or Hulu or wherever, and there's sex everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So people are getting off on that also.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good, Kaylin.
You
We'll see you there. Yeah. And
it's a conflicting thing, because you don't have to watch porn, but if you're watching shows that have sex in it, I mean, explain how it's not the same, but it's the same. I mean, you're the professional. Like,
well, I'd say it may not be pornography, but whoever's doing that is using it as pornography, or using it as something in replacement for sex with their partner, assuming that in this case the person is in a relationship. So,
okay.
I'd say it's problematic.
So now, okay. So if they choose, and I'm not gonna say a name, but if they choose to watch shows that have that. So you would say that that's something they're using as a substitute or
Sure.
something to use as a fascination?
Hmm.
Really?
Well, if they're
That's
using
interesting.
if they're using sexual scenes in a show and masturbating to it, like using it as pornography, I mean, what would you call it?
Well, what if they're using that as okay, they see something, then it's, oh, well, let's, because a lot of people, I guess, would kind of get turned on by that and then kind of like ending with that for their night, so to speak, going based on past experiences,
Hmm.
if that makes sense.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
it's
really
kind
follow,
of
but
a touchy topic. I mean, because it can be considered cheating depending on your perspective, but if they're using that to initiate their own, I mean, hmm.
makes you think, doesn't it?
Yes. I mean, I've listened to your live so many times, and it's so many different people have so many different opinions, and
Hmm.
it's mind-boggling on the way some people think, and you can't really blame it on how you grew up because you have to make your own decision as an adult to throw away that crutch and say, okay, this is what my parents did. I should choose to be better.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't say that it's blaming of the parents. I would say it's more like it could be a possible explanation. So,
Okay,
yeah. All right. Well, thank you for sharing.
thank you.
All right. Bye bye. I cheated on my diet with a box of pizza rolls. Good for you. You've got a good topic, not a good guest. Hey, stick around, Carrie. We get a lot of guests with a lot of wild, wild things to say. So sometimes you got to filter through the ones that, you know, drag it on a little bit. Danielle, good to see you. A little midday live. Donald Putinano, you're not there, are you?
I will never stop
Linda,
watching porn. I'll watch porn for the rest of my life. I love porn. I love beating a dick. Why are you trying to take that from me? Why?
I'm not trying to take anything from you. Are you 18 or over?
Yes.
Got it. Why do you think I'm trying to take something from you?
Because everybody on this app is trying to say porn is bad. What is so bad about it? They are both consenting. I don't get it.
How much porn do you watch?
All day, every day, bro. Like every 30 minutes.
Can you have a real conversation?
Even in school. Dude,
Can you have?
I'm being honest, bro. I love porn. Wait, somebody said I sound mad. Tiffany, shut your fucking Canadian bitch ass up. I will smack the fuck out of you with my 2-inch
Hey,
cock.
hey. Can you? Is it? Look, man. Can you have a respectful conversation?
Dude, I am, bro.
No, you're not. No, you're
Dude,
not.
Who's saying I'm a kid, bro? I'm 18, bro. I can drive a vehicle.
Do you want to have a respectful conversation?
Yes.
Okay.
But how is porn cheating?
How old were you when you started watching porn?
5.
You're just making things up, man. Look, I'd love to talk
Dude,
to you.
I'm not
but
lying.
okay, what happened when you were 5 years old? How did you get exposed to pornography?
I saw it on TV.
What were you watching?
I saw 2 big black niggas fucking on the screen.
All right. I'm happy to hang in there with these people, but you know, sometimes. Hey there, what's going on? My patience is amazing.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on? It's porn cheating.
I mean, honestly, you can call it whatever you want as long as we agree that this stuff is bad and very destructive to our society. So you can call it cheating, you can call it whatever you want. This stuff is bad.
Okay. Why is that?
Well, I just think it's just brain rot, dude. Porn just destroys your brain and it makes you very unproductive, and I think it just is just very degenerate.
Mm-hmm.
And this is
Yeah.
coming from someone who was addicted to it for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How long were you addicted to it for?
Well, it was about when I was in high school. I started watching it, and it's been about 6-7 years.
Mm-hmm. And how it's been 6-7 years since you stopped?
No, I was addicted to it for about 6-7 years.
Oh, got it. Okay. How long has it been since you stopped?
About a year.
Okay. Good for you. What's different about your life since you stopped?
I'm actually paying way more attention at work, at school. I feel like there was like a brain fog that I had during those years that is just gone all of a sudden now, and that's the only change I've made in my life. That brain fog is gone, man.
So you made one change in your life, which was to stop watching pornography, and the brain fog is gone. You're more attentive at work. Things are better in your life.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like it's really bad for women too, man. These women that are doing this stuff, I feel like the way our society's gone, it's very degenerate now. We live in the most lustful society there is now, and I feel like a lot of these women are like coaxed into doing it. Like, hey, man, if you come do this OnlyFans stuff, you make lots of money, and you don't have to worry about money anymore. And I mean, I'm stealing this from Andrew Wilson. Shout out to Andrew Wilson of the Crucible. I heard him say this. But I would rather have someone like me stand outside there and say, "Hey, don't do that. Go get an actual job. Don't do that. Think about the second half of your life, because your looks aren't going to last forever. Think about the second half of your life and how this will affect you." I feel like we need more people out there saying that kind of stuff and fixing our society and getting away from this degeneracy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. For sure. How old are you, man?
I'm 25.
25. All right. Are you in a relationship?
I am not now.
You're not? Okay. And you
Not
don't watch
currently, no.
pornography. You don't watch pornography. You haven't for a year. You're not in a relationship. So people on my lives all the time, they've lost hope that it's possible to find a man who doesn't watch pornography. And I think you're telling the truth. So it does exist. They do exist, people. They do exist. Young men who don't watch pornography because they think that it's a problem. So way to go, man. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah. Hey, thank you for having me on, man. Keep keep speaking out against this stuff.
Thanks, man. I will. Later, man. W's in the for that guy. Oh, that was the wrong button. There it is. There it is. Hey there, what's going on?
Hello.
Hi there. Are you 18 or over?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is
I'm
porn
over
cheating?
18. I feel it goes hand in hand. Like, if your spouse is okay with it, then no, it's not. However, if your spouse is not okay with it, then yes, it could be. And depending on the levels of, like, what kind of porn are you watching? Are you just watching porn from, like, the website? Or are you getting involved in, like, OnlyFans where you're watching somebody, like, at a personal note? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, got it. All right. Do
Like,
you
if you're
watch
just
porn?
passing through, like, a video, then I don't feel like that's cheating. It's when you get involved with, like, having to obsess over whoever that person is, you know?
Mm-hmm. Do you watch
And
porn?
yes, me and my husband both do.
You both watch
Together,
porn. Got it.
even. Yeah.
Together, even. Okay. To spice it up or what?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Got
And
it.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Got it. Okay. How long you guys been married?
16 years.
16 years. Okay. And how long have you guys been watching porn?
10 years.
10 years. Okay. Why do you do that?
Just, it's not every day. It's just an every once in a while blue moon thing. And we both get into it. I don't know.
What do you think it is that you're like seeking out? I'm presuming you're being intimate while
So-
you're watching pornography.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like
What-
I don't mind I get into tatas, but I wouldn't want tatas if that makes sense.
what does that mean? Tatas.
Tits.
Oh, got it.
But I don't want tits. I'm happily married and, I'm not a lesbian,
You sure?
but I get into women. So I don't consider it. I don't consider it.
You can say whatever you want, but the evidence might suggest that you're into something more.
But I'm happy with my with my dick.
Wait, you have one, or your
No,
or your
my
partner?
husband's.
It's not an unreasonable question. It's
No,
2025.
no, it's not. Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Okay. So
So-
why do you do it? Why do you watch other people have sex while you're having sex with your partner? Are there children around?
Yeah, just came in. Sorry, I gotta go.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Interesting crowd today. Oh man, give me a follow if you guys like my content, or if you don't like my content, give me a follow anyways. My name's Austin Hamilton, also known as a porn coach. I help people stop watching pornography, only people who want to stop watching pornography and improve their lives and improve their relationship. If you don't want that, I'm probably not your guy, but stick around because it might be entertaining. But if you want to improve your relationship by way of increasing intimacy with your partner, then I have a coaching group, a coaching program for you. The link is in my bio. You can schedule a private call if you'd like more information about that. One thing we do know, and this is research back, is that the best way to decrease intimacy in a relationship is to watch pornography. It's the best way. That's not just my opinion. That's what the data suggests. Jay Stringer talks about that a lot in his books. So just, maybe if you want to increase intimacy, actual true intimacy, then the pornography might be getting in the way of that. But who am I to say? Will I be going live today after the men's call? Probably not. That's why I'm live right now. Hey there, what's going on?
Hey.
Are you 18 or over?
Yeah, I'm 19.
Okay. Is porn cheating?
Well, personally, I'm actually a porn actor, so I don't think it's cheating.
You're a porn actor. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
If you weren't a porn actor, would you think it's cheating?
No.
Okay. I don't think the fact that you're a porn actor has any influence on your position, by the way. I know I've talked to a lot of porn actors who do think it's cheating. But okay, so how long have you been doing porn?
Only a year because I'm 19.
Only a year because you're 19. All right, got it. And what got you into that?
I just wanted to make some money that was mine.
You just want to make some money that was yours. Where are you from?
I moved around a lot, so I don't really have like a specific place. Because I was in the South, and then I moved to England, and then I moved to Spain, and then I moved back to America, and I'm just all over the place, really.
Got it. Why? I'm curious. Why so much moving?
Because my dad was in the army.
Got it. Okay. So you turned 18. You wanted some money. Pornography seemed like the best way to get money.
Yeah, basically.
Got it. Do you do OF or traditional porn or what?
I do OF and collaborations.
Collabs like with what? Like other men or?
Yeah, with other men,
Got it.
but sometimes women, just because it gets the views up.
Got it. Okay. How much do you make?
Well, because I kind of stopped for a bit last year, but then I got back into it. So now I'm only making about 5 grand a month,
Okay. Got it.
but I've only started up recently again. Whereas at my peak, I was making about 15 grand.
Okay. Got it. Is this like what you thought you'd do? Like when you were young, did you have career aspirations to be a porn star?
Well, I definitely wasn't 5 years old thinking I was going to be a porn actor.
Got it.
I wanted to get into music.
Got it. You want to get into music. Why didn't you get into music?
I just wasn't that good at it anymore.
Well, how much did you practice? You're only 19.
Well, I did practice a lot, but I don't know. It just seemed easier, you know?
What did? What seemed easier?
Like getting into OnlyFans, especially when you see all the girls like Anna Paul and Michaela Testa making so much money.
Yeah. Well, it may be easier now, but it depends on what the goal is, right?
I just want to be able to have enough money, invest somewhere, do like an Airbnb, get like, you know, like a passive income.
And then what? Why do you want that?
Just like on the side, extra money.
But I got that. But why? Like, where do you see the setting? I mean, you're taking the easier path now. Oftentimes, the easier path produces a harder path later on. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I do get what you mean, but tomorrow isn't promised.
True. Tomorrow's never guaranteed. That's for sure.
So,
Yeah.
how come you think porn's cheating?
Well, are you familiar with the term monogamy?
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe if you're in a committed monogamous relationship with another person, you've said something like, I love you, only you, mind, body, and soul till death do us part. That if you deviate from that agreement, that monogamous agreement or commitment, monogamy meaning you and only you, if you deviate from that using another person, whether it's somebody on a screen like what you're selling, or otherwise, somebody in person, I believe that goes against the monogamous agreement and therefore is cheating. Or
Okay,
simply put,
so
if you're using somebody else for your sexual pleasure while you're in a relationship, it's cheating.
okay. So, how do you think I've got 2 questions for you.
hmm
How do you think that then like coincides with polyamory?
Well, what I would say to that is if you're regularly engaging in pornography while claiming to be monogamous, you might not be as monogamous as you think
But
because
are you against
you're using other people for your sexual pleasure.
but are you against polyamory and like thruples?
It's not a matter of being for or against. Many people do choose to be polyamorous.
But if I was polyamorous and watching porn, is that cheating?
It depends what the agreement is in the relationship.
Okay, so
If you've
like
agreed
why
to be
doesn't that apply?
polyamorous, meaning using other people, multiple people, then it wouldn't be cheating.
Yeah, but sometimes it might be within that throuple. So how come that doesn't then apply to monogamy?
Well,
If that's your agreement, why can't
well,
you do it?
if it's not a monogamous agreement, so if it's polyamorous, then it wouldn't be cheating because you've agreed
Okay,
to not be faithful just to two people, to one another.
but now I'm saying, what if you're in a monogamous relationship and agree that it's fine?
Then you haven't violated an agreement. However, you may not be as monogamous as you think because you're choosing to use other people.
But is it really using other people if it's just like a one-time watch? I get mine's a bit different because like OF, obviously you're paying for that one person. I can see how that could like violate someone's agreement. But if you're on like Pornhub and you're only watching one video once and then you're not like going back to the same girl, how's that cheating?
Well, how many times does it take to cheat for it to be a problem?
Well, I guess that depends on the person. For me personally, yeah, once.
Yeah, I mean, I would say once you've crossed the line, it's a problem. whether you cheat one time or 100 times. Or differently put, how many women, this is for somebody who claims to be monogamous, how many, and I'm assuming that the man is the one who watches pornography in this scenario, how many men would you be okay with your husband or partner masturbating to, getting off to sexually before you think it's a problem? How many? 1, 10, 50, 100, 1,000, 10,000? How many? How many until you think it's a problem?
I don't know. But I don't understand how that relates to the question of if it's porn cheating.
I don't understand how you're confused.
Okay, so if I thought him watching 6 men was a bit suspicious.
Well, if he's watching 6 men, you've got some other things to talk about as well.
Wait, sorry.
He might not be as monogamous or as heterosexual as you think, which not a problem, but what's the agreement?
I'm so confused.
What are you confused about?
I'm confused on your initial question.
Is porn cheating? You're confused by that?
No, I think porn isn't cheating.
Okay. And?
Yeah. Because I do it, and I know plenty of the men that pay for me have good relationships with their wives. Sometimes I've done some video calls, and the wife's there too.
Yeah, their relationship isn't as good as you think it is. If they're coming to you to pay for sex.
Yeah.
That is my opinion. Yeah.
But surely,
And there's research that backs that the best way to have less sex and less satisfying sex and less intimacy is to watch pornography. It's the best way to do it.
have you had a porn addiction before?
I have, yeah, for about 20 years.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, ruined my life.
How often did you watch it? Did you pay for people?
I never paid for it, and I would say frequency-wise wasn't. I mean, it's not a contest, but maybe once a week or so. But it goes up and down, ebb and flows during different seasons. But in my experience, both personally as well as doing this professionally, it's usually, almost always, pointed back towards some sort of pain that the user, the pornography consumer, is trying to medicate in their heart. So they're trying to go to a quick dopamine release to make themselves feel good for a moment in time, which it's very good at. Pornography and other maladaptive coping strategies are very good at medicating pain. That's what addiction is. There's some sort of pain. I need to feel better from the pain. How can I make this pain go away quickly? I'll use porn, or I'll use alcohol, or I'll use something else. But there's always an underlying issue, an underlying reason why people go to it. So we can be like, oh yeah, it's just porn and all that. Okay. But there's a reason. There's something beneath the surface that we're trying to run from, trying to escape from. So those people who are coming to you with their wives claiming that they're having a good time, I've never talked to these people, but there's probably some sort of pain that they're running from, and they think that they found a solace, a comfortable space to deal with the pain by paying you to do sex things. But I would just say there's more there. There's more beneath the surface. So.
That's interesting.
Yeah, isn't it?
So, what research tells us that it's detrimental to relationships?
I'm glad you asked. This book, Mind Over Matter, talks about it. Unwanted talks about it. The Porn Myth talks about it. Going Deeper talks about it. The Great Sex Rescue. Altogether, how many more do you want?
But have there been any scientific studies?
Yeah, most of these books are written by PhDs who have written papers and done studies, pretty large scale studies.
Cool.
Yeah, isn't it neat?
Yeah, that is. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm sure maybe I'll speak to you again in the future, but I do gotta go now.
Okay. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. BRB chat. Host, list those books again. Okay, well, there's this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. I mean, there's so many of them. Go to the link in my bio. Click on resources. You'll see the books, at least some of them. If anyone's going through this right now, please reach out. I know I am excruciating. Yeah, the trauma, the betrayal trauma that's experienced. Thank you for the gift, Mike. Once a pornography addiction is discovered, is pretty traumatic. As Michelle Mays talks about in The Betrayal Bind, it's very similar to PTSD. Betrayal trauma has all the same markers as PTSD, as somebody coming home from war, with the exception of the physical wound. For example, losing a limb. The PTSD that somebody experiences with betrayal trauma is almost identical to that of somebody who was in war and had a physical injury. Hey, Sandy, how's it going? I left my kid's dad when my second baby was 4 months. Sorry to hear that. That's tough. Watching baseball doesn't make me a player. What a great analogy. Hey there, what's going on?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good, thanks. Are you 18 or over?
Yes, I am.
All right. Is porn cheating?
Absolutely. At least in my case, my relationship, I have a very hard line against that.
Okay. Why is that?
I think, so I've been married for 3 years now, and I think that, if my husband needs something, he can come to me, and it's my duty as his wife to provide that for him, and him to provide that for me, in those moments of sexual need. And so I just can't imagine the fact that he would ever go somewhere else to another woman, even if it is just a faceless body. It's still, I gave my body to him, he gives his to me, and it's, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
That'd be hard.
Yeah. Does he watch pornography?
He does not. So when we started dating like 10 years ago, he had a problem with it, and I gave him verbatim, you either quit or I'm leaving you. And he thought this relationship was more important, and so he quit.
Mm-hmm. Good for him. Good for him. How old are you guys?
So we started dating back when we were 16. So we're 29 now, almost 30.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. How do you know he quit?
Well, the first thing is like when he told me he was gonna quit, he wanted me to help keep him accountable and stuff. So whenever he had those thoughts, because we both waited for marriage to do anything sexual, but when he had those thoughts, we would talk through them. And I'm not gonna say he didn't relapse a couple times, because he did. I mean, it's an addiction, but through just the church and through his own personal strength and through the strength of our relationship, he managed to kick the habit. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good. I love that for you guys.
thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anything else?
I just hope that everybody out there is struggling. Just even if you're not religious, there are so many other ways you can find help through therapy and everything else. So I hope everybody finds help kicking addiction. It's not a joke. So that's about
Yeah.
it.
All right. Thanks for sharing.
Of course, thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. W's in the chat for her. What was her name? I don't remember. I'm sorry. By the way, I'm a coach. I do one-on-one coaching as well as group coaching, both for men dealing with pornography or sex addiction or other unwanted sexual behavior, as well as women going through betrayal trauma. I also do coaching for couples. There's a link in my bio if you want to schedule a private call with me. It's $1 for a 30-minute call. It's private. It won't be on TikTok. And we can talk about your situation and if I may be able to be of help or point you towards other resources. I've walked hundreds of people personally through this journey and dozens of couples. We do intimacy workshops about once a quarter as well. My groups meet on Tuesday nights. The women's group starts in about an hour and a half at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. My men's group is at 10 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday nights or on Wednesdays at 3 p.m. So if you are finding that you're lonely and you have nowhere to go, nobody to talk to with this, first of all, I'm sorry. It's a lonely place to be, to feel like you can't talk to people or people don't understand what you're going through. And if you want to find community and be in community, maybe there's a place for you. And if it's not in my community, find a place to be in community because you need it. The opposite of addiction is not sobriety. It's connection with other people. Tim Wood, Austin is an awesome coach. Been with him for about 5 months. He has helped so much. Thanks, Tim. W's in the chat for Tim. Tim has done great work. Love that, man. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing. CC, I'm an online sex worker and I'd like to have a discussion, booking a session now. Okay. You're also requesting here. Hey there, what's going on?
Hi, hold on. Just let me turn my camera off.
Okay.
If that's all right. Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. You said you wanted to book a session. Did you want to talk here or did you want to book a private call?
If it's all right with you, I'd like to do both. I don't mind having a conversation here for a moment, and then I am going to book online privately with you as well.
Okay, sure. Is porn cheating?
I firmly believe in all of my relationships, yes. But then I also am a provider of that kind of content online. And I am in my relationship right now going through something that I want to talk to you about privately.
Okay.
I think that there's a boundary that's set between two people because a lot of the time, pornography, especially when, people are SA'd as children, it can be somewhat healing or going through the therapy as well as doing it all. And that's why I was really glad to scroll upon your page tonight because this isn't black and white for everybody, right? And there can be a lot of traumas associated with it. And I think a lot of women specifically, the insecurity that we feel and the trauma that we are exposed to through a lot of men dealing with these addictions is something that we need help with. And I just wanted to come on here and say, like, from both perspectives, as someone who provides it and someone who also is dealing with it in my own relationship. Thank you. Oh no. Did I lose you?
I think you malfunctioned. Yeah. You were talking and then you stopped.
Sorry, yeah, my Wi-Fi is back and forth, but I just wanted to say, as someone who both provides it and is dealing with it in my own relationship, I appreciate what you do, and I am excited to have a private conversation with you.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm looking forward to it. Did you want to keep talking here, or is that all you wanted to say?
No, I have to get to making dinner, but I scrolled past this, and it means a lot, so I just wanted to say thank you, and I will be booking.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll talk to you then.
Thank you so much.
All right. Bye-bye. Hey there, what's going on?
Good, thank you, and yourself? I'll just turn the camera off.
Okay. I'm doing good, thank you. Are you 18 or over?
Yes, I'm 28.
You're 28, okay. Is porn cheating?
To me personally, I think yes. I think in a relationship, you share so much.
Your connection is bad, sorry. If you can fix that, come back on. Hey there, what's going on?
Hey there, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, boss?
Not much. I'm getting an echo.
Not much. I'm
real
getting
bad.
an echo real bad.
Are you using
Can you
Bluetooth
are you
headphones
using
or something?
Bluetooth headphones or something?
No, I don't think so. No, I'm
I
not.
can't. It's real bad. I got to kick you off. I can't. All I hear is myself talking. Can't deal with that. I don't know how you guys do it. Hey there, what's going on? Eileen, you there? Hello. Hello. Hey there, what's going on?
Hey, brother. How are you?
I'm doing good, thanks. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Is porn
Yeah,
cheating?
so I think yes. I think yes.
Okay.
And
Why is that?
I think a lot of people. I'm from the Netherlands. I think a lot of people. I believe that men are polygamist, so they try to cope with watching porn. I think nobody heard this before, but this is what I think. So when I accepted by myself that I'm a like polygamist, like loving two persons at the same time, I stopped watching porn. Like,
Okay.
and I never knew how that was possible, but I'm one of a kind that stopped watching porn, and I've never looked back anymore.
Got it. So
So
you're in a polygamous relationship?
actually, I had a conversation about it with my current girlfriend, and she's open for it, from my side only. Yes. Yeah.
Got it.
So
So
I'm
so
just
you're
searching up.
so you have a girlfriend, and your agreement is that you're allowed to also be with other women or men,
With
whatever it is.
another, marry another woman. Yes. Second marriage. Hmm.
Got it. So you'd
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
married to two women.
Yes. Hmm.
Okay. Just two, or what about three?
Just two. Just two.
Just two. Okay. And then is she allowed to
Yes.
do the same, or
No. No.
no? Why is that?
Like, from my Islamic viewpoint, it's not allowed to do that, and I think girls cannot love two persons at the same time, and I think men can. And
Got it.
if men would,
Is
how
that
do you
is
say
that
that?
this is a serious question? Is that a Islamic belief that men can be in love with two women at a time, but women can only be in love with one man at a time?
Yes, that's true. That's true. Yes, in Islam.
Got it.
Yes,
Where does that come from? The Quran or what?
it's coming from the lifestyle of on our Prophet,
Got it.
Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam.
Got
Yeah.
it. So your prophet's lifestyle is the precedent for that teaching.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
So what my point is, a lot of men are cheating because they are polygamist internally. However, if you accept your how do you say that, your internal polygamist character, you will marry a second wife, or you're going to accept that you are like that. At the moment when you accept this, you're going to stop watching porn. So every man who's watching multiple women on a screen is cheating multiple times. That's my point of view. So as a boy with high libido, I stopped watching porn for multiple years now, after I accepted myself by this. So it's a very, very interesting topic, but yeah, my English is not that well. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. So
Yeah.
for you, you discovered you were actually polygamist. You got a second wife, or you're going to, and that's what allowed you to stop watching porn.
Yeah, that was my solution. Yeah.
Got it. Got it. Okay. All right. Well,
Okay.
thanks for sharing.
Yeah, no problem. What do you think about this stop? Did you ever hear about this that people stop watching porn after they accepted their own polygamous character?
Have I heard that before? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
How long has it been since you stopped watching porn?
2 years now.
2 years. I would just say I would be shocked if you don't go back to it at some point in your life.
I've never gone back after that.
I know. It's only been 2 years though. How old are you?
I'm now 34.
Yeah. I would be shocked if at some point in the rest of your life you don't turn back to pornography.
Wow. Why? Why is that?
Because I think this is just my opinion talking to you for like 2 minutes, man. So I'm not saying I'm right. But I think you found the resolution to your problems. I say that loosely. Is that oh gosh, I'm actually polyamorous. That's the issue. But I think there's something deeper than that. Is just my opinion. So you're having a temporary moment of epiphany or something. Maybe that'll last for years. I don't know. To where you're like, gosh, this is what the issue is. But I think there's something deeper than that may be unresolved.
Of course. Okay. There's more deeper things. I did some therapy and hypnotherapy. I took them as well. So it's a longer road, of course, longer road. But during these therapy sessions, you're going to understand yourself better. So it's not one way around, and you cannot find the quality, of course. But it started from that point. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for sharing, man.
Okay, no problem, man.
All right.
Yo,
Bye-bye.
bye.
Time for a Snickers, Drew. Time for a Snickers. It's a scary time to have daughters. Yeah, I mean, all right, one more guest, maybe. Let's see. I got to get ready for my calls coming up soon. Thoughts on possible World War III? Dude, I don't know, man. I just talk about porn. I saw something, a meme. It said World War I, World War II, and then it was like World War III, and it's like, we're right here in history, right before World War III. I don't know. What are my thoughts on polygamy? Well, I'll tell you about my friend who I used to work with, and he was in a polygamous relationship. He was married to one woman, and they had a girlfriend. And I was always fascinated by it, so I'd ask him all these questions. Hey, how does that work? How does it work? He's like, well, we live in the same house, we sleep in the same room. Like, do you sleep in the same bed? He's like, yeah. How does that even work? Like, I don't like sleeping in the same bed as my wife sometimes. Like, I just need space. I need to snore and be left alone. Like, that's hard enough. And every once in a while, this guy, he would show up with a black eye at work. I'm not even kidding. He would have a black eye. And I'd be like, hey, man, what's going on? What's with the eye? He's like, oh, the wife didn't like what I was doing with the girlfriend, and so she grabbed a bat and hit me in the face with it and gave me a black eye. Okay, got it. How's that relationship going for you? He's like, oh, it's going great. Okay. A few months later, another black eye. And what happened, man? Oh, we're outside, and the girlfriend found out of something I was doing with the wife, and she didn't like it, so she grabbed the hose and swung it at me and hit me in the eye and gave me a black eye. Got it. Okay. So how are things going for you, man? He's like, oh, things are going great. Well, tell your face that, man, because the evidence would suggest things aren't going great. You can say whatever you want, man. Doesn't look like it's going great. So I think that sometimes people say things are great, but they actually don't even know what great is or what great could be. They've just settled for a level of misery, and they call that great. So I believe people when they say, yeah, things are fine, but it's the whole Snickers bar analogy. You wouldn't even know what a good strawberry tasted like because you've never experienced one. And I'll share the Snickers bar analogy, and maybe I'll end with that. Imagine True, you here still, man? Imagine you have a strawberry on a nice warm summer day, a nice plump juicy strawberry. You take a bite of that thing, juice is everywhere. Nothing is better than that, assuming you like strawberries. Nothing is better than the delightful taste of a good strawberry. Now, imagine you eat 5 Snickers bars, and then you take a bite of a plump, juicy, ripe red strawberry. After the 5 Snickers bars, the strawberry tastes like shit. Why is that? Because the Snickers bars are fake food. It is not real food. It is designed to pervert your taste buds in a way to think that it is having something deliciously sweet and succulent, but it's actually just spoofing your mouth, your taste buds, into thinking that it's a really good thing, but it's not. So then if you have the strawberry right afterwards, it's like, oh, this is gross. I don't even know what to do with this thing. So in this analogy, the Snickers bars is pornography. People who just eat Snickers bars all day, they're like people who eat McDonald's all day, are like, oh, McDonald's is so good. Yeah, come eat McDonald's. It's good. Okay, but they wouldn't even know a good meal if it was placed right in front of them. They would eat it and be like, oh, this is gross. I want a Big Mac. I want a Snickers bar. All right, so when people are like, oh, yeah, we watch pornography, we do it together, everything is great. Okay, fine. I'll believe you that you think it's great. However, you don't even know what's possible when you stop the Snickers bars and start having strawberry. When you stop pornography, when you stop the fake synthetic intimacy and you actually begin pursuing your partner and having a true, intimate, authentic relationship, that'll fill your taste buds in a rich, rewarding way that is actually built on a loving connection, as opposed to just, how can I make my taste buds feel good right now? So that's what I think about polyamory in a very long-winded answer. Okay. Sure, Lefty, I'll bring you on, then I'm going to go. Hey there, what's
Hello.
going on? Are you 18 or over?
Yes, I'm 18, exactly.
Okay,
So
it's
I'm
porn
quite young.
cheating.
Personally, I would say for me, yes. Now, I think obviously it should be a boundary within your partner. So I won't say anything about two people that say, you know what, we're fine with it. I will personally explain that I think it's cheating because for me, even if my partner has wandering eyes per se, I don't think it's okay to be in a relationship and be attracted to other people while in a relationship. I've come to learn that apparently this might not be normal, and that people identify loyalty as you're attracted to someone else, but you don't interact with them or try anything. For me, I generally cannot be. I don't feel attraction towards any other man except for the one I'm with, and so I'm not able to visually find anyone attractive. You know, I don't know if I'm explaining myself. So
Yeah.
I was wondering, like, first of all, is that normal? Like,
Was it
am
normal
I?
to be only attracted to one person? Is that what you're
Oh, my
asking?
Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Sorry, I lagged out completely. What'd you say?
Yeah.
Yes.
What's your question? Is it normal to just be attracted to one person?
Yes, because this is what I was gonna ask you. When I was in my first relationship and I saw that they were like find other people attractive and it made me uncomfortable. I tried to explain this to people I knew and they were like, oh, well, listen, like men can't help it and stuff like that and like they don't control it. And then I hear so many people saying like men should control their lust. I don't understand this idea. I don't understand this idea of having to control it. I believe you just shouldn't have to have it at all. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I would say what you're describing is a very immature man, not in a condescending way, but somebody who hasn't really developed into their maturity.
Oh no, it's not. Women would tell me all the time.
No, I'm saying the ones that they're describing, men like that.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah.
what I believe, and I
Yeah.
believe that it's like it's normal to have a partner. Like for me personally, I cannot be with someone that's in a relationship that is attracted to other people. So I believe being attracted to other people directly for me is like cheating.
Yeah, so you have
You
to
know,
look
this
at like
is
when you get in a relationship, what are you doing? You're making a choice to say, in a few words, you're my person. I am choosing that I'm only going to look at you. I'm only going to honor you. I'm only going to cherish you. I'm
Yes.
only going to protect you. I'm only going to provide for you. So that's the choice you're making when you're going to be in a relationship, particularly a monogamous one.
yes,
And so if you're not up for that choice, if you're not ready for that, okay, well, is that the right choice for you at that time? And if it's not,
yeah,
no
I understand
problem.
what you mean.
But don't
So
lead somebody on to think that, oh, I'm going to be faithful to you,
yeah,
and then be out
exactly.
there screwing around with other
'Cause
women.
my current partner, they've never watched any of this, and it's a man, and like so many people are like, "What? No, you're lying. Like that's not possible." And it's like very heartbreaking to hear because everyone's like, "Oh, they're hiding it or something," and it's like, just I know it's not true, you know. And I just don't understand why we have such a strong idea of like, oh, they have to control it or oh, they're hiding it. And like, no, it doesn't have to be omen. I think that's a very extremist way of thinking. I just wanted to clarify for myself, like, is it weird to only be attracted to my partner, you know? I want to understand that is okay.
I would say it's weird in the sense that most people will look at you and be like, you're weird.
Oh,
Okay. But I would say that's a very desirable quality in somebody who actually wants to have a relationship built on
yes.
intimacy.
Okay.
So,
Thank you.
yeah. Yeah.
Much
Thanks for sharing.
appreciated.
Yeah.
Take care. Good luck.
All right. Bye-bye. Thank you. All right. Thanks for being here, everyone. Give me a follow if you don't follow me already. Link in my bio if you want to schedule a private call to chat. I offer services for people who want to stop watching pornography, improve their relationships, improve their intimacy, both for men dealing with unwanted sexual behavior as well as women dealing with betrayal trauma. You can schedule a 30-minute private call for $1 using the link in my bio if you'd like to chat. If not, no problem. Come back next time. Love to have you here. Make it a great day or not. The choice is always yours. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.